Hey, what's up? This week I'm taking you on a creative day with me. And how do I start every single creative day is doing something physically active to get my creativity flowing.
Yep.
So Niko's with me
Yeah.
and Bella. We're gonna go on the nature trail and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we're wrapping it up here. Then we're gonna go home and I'll show you what we're gonna make today. I think I'm gonna do some painting stuff. And yeah, we'll see what we can get into. Good walk, right? Okay, so I have this 80s jacket that's pastel and I want to paint something on it. And I think that a rainbow might look cool here on like the shoulder stripes. And I'm thinking like a cloud on each side underneath. So let's see what I can do with this jacket. Can't get any worse, right? Okay, so the vintage pieces I upcycle or paint on are pretty much pieces that I've tried to sell and nobody wants, or that other store owners, estates are just trying to get rid of. Otherwise, they go to the landfill. So I don't just deface like any and all vintage. I'm very specific with the ones I pick, and they have to be, you know, gonna go to the landfill, or we're gonna give this one last shot. And that's sort of what you see happening here with this jacket. Okay, so now I'm actually realizing the placement of the clouds is right under the arms. And now I'm thinking maybe I messed up this jacket entirely, but we're just gonna keep rolling with it because I already started it. So I decided to add some iridescent like glitter paint on top to give it a little something extra. And now I'm gonna paint like raindrops, snow, clouds, just kind of getting crazy with it right now. I'm still kind of wondering if I made it worse altogether, but I always doubt myself when I'm making stuff, and just part of the process, I guess. My inner dialogue. This is cool, it's rainbows, somebody will like it, I'll put it on Depop. Rainbows promotes equality, inclusion, happiness, joy. Somebody's gonna look at this jacket and just smile and get a kick out of it, especially in the cold weather when everything's so dreary. And then the other part of my brain's like, is this too ugly to ever see the light of day? Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, seriously though, I've been looking at this coat too long. I need to step away, take a break. So I get out some beading stuff and I'm gonna mess around with making some earrings, which I'm still pretty much new to, but earrings are one of those things that if you're like new to making jewelry, earrings are one of the most simple, fast things you can make. And I like to add them to my closet just to like bring in new eyes. And I don't know if any of them are actually going to sell, but I do really enjoy making them. So you see me putting together a few. I'll show you at the end how some of this stuff turned out. I don't really know how it's going to turn out at this point though. My inspiration for most of these pieces was my new Depop shop, which I feel like over there it's more of like a very eclectic artistic crowd. And so it's just a happy accident if I make something and it sells, but I'm really just playing around and seeing what I can come up with and still playing around with having a Depop store. Okay, enough of me. Let's see what Niko's getting up to. He's really gifted in drawing maps and drawing like really detailed stuff. Niko is only 7 years old, but he absolutely blows me away and amazes me with what he comes up with. His creativity is like off the charts. I love to have art days with him. I really do. Oh, Niko, I see your drawing's done. Do you want to tell me about it? It looks so nice.
Yeah, okay. So, first, you see, this is where all those trees are. Neighborhood streets might look different than are in the red colored pencil. And you see there's a little river that goes in here. And you might see you might be wondering, what are these blue lines for? Well, they're creeks.
Oh.
Really good.
And that's not even all.
Okay.
You see there's a bridge right here in the southwest corner.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a very interesting bridge.
Yes.
You
it
see?
is. Yes, I like it.
And you see these black lines, they're highways. This type of one, it's just a street. It's just a street instead. That's why there's not two lines. And also the blue lines are the main streets.
Oh.
And also you see, this might look a little weird, but that's just basically just a little area of where two roads go. They go pretty close to each other, and they go look kind of like a boulevard in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say you're really gifted in drawing maps. I love seeing this today. Love seeing you make that. And how often do you draw maps, Niko?
How often? Very often.
One of your favorite things?
Yeah. I like to draw probably 10 maps in a month.
Yeah, I believe it.
And that is how the map crumbles.
I like that. So I just wanted to explain really briefly like why I take creative days and why they're important for me, like for my overall health. And the main reason is because I love routines, and routines are great, but I also love to kind of break up my routine. And I give myself one day a week where the main focus of that day is just basically to like go explore, to change it up, to change my scenery, to go out in nature, to kind of just get refreshed, and then come home, make cool. Sometimes I make stuff to sell in my Depop or eBay shops or Poshmark, but a lot of times the emphasis isn't on making something to sell. It's just in enjoying the process of messing around and kind of playing around with things and just getting ultra creative and just being free. And it's like one of the perks of being self-employed, because being self-employed has a great amount of perks, and one of those perks is we can make our own schedule. And I love, like, at first I would be like, oh, I don't have time for that, and I think a lot of people could relate to not having enough time, sort of. But then I started to realize when I took creative days, I just came back refreshed for the whole remainder of the week. I was just like super excited. It was just almost like I did a hard reset on myself. So it's just, for me, creative days are now prioritized equally important as gym days. Even if I don't go to the gym, but I just do like a home workout, I still consider that a gym day. And I prioritize 2 to 3 gym days a week and 1 creative day. And I put that, and I place as much emphasis on those days as I do my actual working hours, because that's how important it is for my overall like mental health and well-being. And so it's something that I didn't used to prioritize in the first year of my reselling, and I've seen a significant improvement in my overall like happiness, well-being, mental health, all that, So I just wanted to pop in and explain why I take creative days. No, I'm not crazy. Well, maybe a little bit, but there is like a method to my madness, you know what I mean? So just wanted to share that. I think that about wraps it up. So thank you as always for watching. It was fun hanging out. Let me know what you thought of this style of video. I'd be curious to hear in the comments below if you do any sort of like creative outlet, even if it's just like reading or drawing or writing. I would love to hear about it in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.